the U.S. Treasury. Now, because the House passed their disaster bill back in January, it didn't include any aid to assist those affected by the recent devastated flooding in the Midwest. But my friend Senator Leahy is planning to offer an amendment to the House bill that would provide much-needed aid to survivors of those recent disasters, because they too deserve the aid they need to recover. They said that Emperor Nero fiddled while Rome burned. President Trump tweets while Puerto Rico suffers. I hope my Republican colleagues will join us in supporting this amendment and voting yes on the House bill to support all communities that need to rebuild. Now, on another matter, last week we were reminded of an evergreen truth. The Republican Party is still trying to take away the health care of millions of Americans. They're just sick and tired of being blamed for it, even though the blame falls right on their shoulders. Just this morning, we read that some of my colleagues from across the aisle have begged Attorney General Barr to reverse the administration's wild decision to declare our current health law unconstitutional, a decision that would throw the future of pre-existing conditions and health care coverage for millions into doubt. Well, I've got a better idea. If Republican colleagues truly oppose this decision, they can work with their leadership and come down and offer some solutions. Stop with the backroom phone calls. Stop waiting for someone else to bail you out. Stop whispering, oh, President Trump, don't do it, and then be afraid to buck him publicly because Americans are depending on their health care. This is a fiasco Republicans spent years in making, as they tried to keep voting on repeal and replace and couldn't come up with a replace. Everyone knows it. It helped shape the elections of 2018. It'll be on the minds of voters in 2020. You know, Madam President, facts are stubborn things. If the Republican Party is truly sick of getting blamed for standing between Americans and their health care, maybe they shouldn't have voted again and again to repeal the Affordable Care Act. Maybe they shouldn't have voted to allow the president to sabotage piece after piece of the health care net that we have provided for people. If our Republican colleagues are sick of blame, maybe they shouldn't have given this administration the green light to sabotage the exchanges and cut funding for programs that help people get covered and protect them from pre-existing conditions. If Republicans are really sick of getting blamed for sabotaging the American health care system, if Republicans are really sick of getting blamed for sabotaging the system, then let me provide some friendly advice from across the aisle. Stop sabotaging the American people's health care. Republicans can try to hide from their record, but the American people aren't fooled. Health care has been a defining issue for Republicans for generations. In the same way that the party has sworn fealty to tax cuts for the rich and handicapping the government, the modern Republican Party now swears fidelity to the cause of higher health care costs and diminished coverage for tens of millions of American citizens. Tomorrow, Senate Democrats will join our colleagues in the House to take action for ourselves against the Department of Justice's war on health care. We will set the record straight on the Republicans' effort to steamroll American families who enjoy coverage for the first time thanks to this law. And we will make clear that unless Republicans join us in taking action, they will continue to own this mess. And a sorry mess it is when people's lives and health are at stake and our Republican colleagues do nothing but make it worse. Now, Mr. President, on another matter. One of the Senate's core responsibilities is vetting any and all of the president's nominees. Unfortunately, if we have learned anything in the last 2 years, it is that this administration seems far too often willing to put nominees forward to the Senate without performing due diligence and careful background checks. Just last week, we learned that the President's choice for the Federal Reserve Board of Governors may have serious personal financial issues. That's just the latest in a long line of red flags in the records of Trump nominees. It's clear we cannot falter in our role as a check on the administration. So I was bemused this morning to read the Republican leader's case that the Senate needs to speed up President Trump's nominees to even a faster pace. Is this the majority leader's idea of an April Fool's joke? Was his op-ed his April Fool's joke on the Senate, on bipartisanship, and on America? It's the most ridiculous thing in print since Sid Finch. Madam President, this is the double standard to trump all double standards. It is simply galling.
All right, everybody. That, of course, was Chuck Schumer speaking on the floor. And this is about them also trying to make sure that they have full access to the Mueller report. I am Nick Smith. I'm going to punch myself up here so that you can actually see me and see what I'm doing. And I'm going to welcome you all to what is honestly my first broadcast here. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to take this, and how are we going to do that? Let's see here. I know you can hear me. I'm trying to make sure you actually see me. So give me 1 second here. I think we're going to go here, 2, and then 1, and there we go. And here I come, and this is me. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go here. Ta-da! Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Again, I am Nick Smith, and I want to make sure we're actually doing this. Let's see here. Let us make sure that I've got this right. And I want to go 1. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go to 5. Let's see here. It's not what I want. And 1. Ta-da! There we are. How about that? Okay, so if this is your first time kind of like tuning in, I introduce myself. I am Nick Smith. I am one of the many people working here at Fox 5 DC. And the idea behind this whole channel is to give you an opportunity to see that we're always on. We're always trying to bring you the latest news and informations, weather. And the idea behind the YouTube channel is so that you can always have us in your pocket, on the go. You know how we talk about that Fox 5 weather app? Well, this is an extension of that of sorts, because we know that you're not always home or always stationary. So the idea behind the YouTube channel is to give you an opportunity to say, you know what? I wonder what's going on back home, or I wonder what's going on in the rest of the world. Let me tune in and find out. So this is a work in progress. So I am still learning the mechanics of everything. So if you have any suggestions, recommendations, do not hesitate to sound off down below. I want you to click, subscribe, like, all of that good stuff. What I'm going to do right now, though, is I'm going to try to call my mom so that she can walk through this. And this will let me know how you all are seeing it on the other end, because trust me, nobody is a tougher critic and bigger cheerleader than my mom. So here we go. And I will give her the courtesy of knowing that we're calling her. I'm going to put her on speaker so that you all at home can hear too. So if you're tuning in, I really appreciate it. Again, this is Nick Smith here at Fox 5 DC. And we're calling Miss Rosetta. So that's what we're doing right now. So, all right. Hello, Mom. How are you?
Okay, how about you?
I'm all right. I'm at work, and I'd like to put you on speaker. Are you okay?
That's good.
All right. All right, Mom. So we're going to try to do this. Again, everybody, this is my mom, Miss Rosetta. Mom, you are streaming across the globe. So you're.
Oh, all right.
So what I want to try to do is walk you through going on YouTube and seeing me to see if you see me.
Okay.
So you're going to open up a browser on either your phone or your laptop.
Oh, I've already got it open on my laptop.
All right. Go youtube.com.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
I've got Fox 5 DC up here, home.
And when you click it, what happens? Do you see us?
Home. I haven't clicked it.
All right. Let's see here. We are doing this together.
Okay, I see Fox 5 Live. Watch now. Would that be you?
That would be it. So click there and see what you
Okay.
see. You should recognize me.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, okay. So now Mom is watching. So Mom, I'm going to sign off with you here, and we're going to do this for the next 15 minutes. And
Wait 1 second. Let me mute this other one. I still had it on the flop side. Okay. Now I am.
so, Mom,
Yeah.
okay. Do you mind sharing your age? How old are you?
72.
72, and you were able to navigate this and find it without any issues.
Absolutely.
And would you consider yourself a computer expert, moderate? How would you self-describe?
Very, very moderate.
Okay.
Moderate.
Very moderate. But
I'm not about to say expert.
okay.
Please.
Well,
Moderate.
thank
I
you.
managed to stumble through.
You stumbled through, but you found it successfully.
Right.
All right. So the idea behind this, Mom, thank you so much. And I'm going to go ahead and talk to everyone else who may be watching right now.
Okay.
And I'll see you live at 5:20. All right?
Oh, okay. So you're done with me?
I'm done with you on this phone call, but not on YouTube because we're always on.
Oh, okay. Great. I'll just leave this up then. But you'll still be doing the other thing later, right?
I will. Yes.
Okay. Got you.
Love you.
Love you, babe. Bye-bye.
All right, everyone. So that was my mom, and I wanted to make sure she was able to sign in and see things. She's in Chicago, Illinois, or suburb of Chicago. So if she can do it there, you can do it where you are. Remember, the whole idea is for you to not only like and subscribe below, but what I'll do each day is I'll throw up a rundown like I have here now so you can see what's happening. What is Nick talking about? Do I even care? Well, of course you care, because this is also about you. So in a perfect world, what will happen is we will do this Monday through Friday together. I am the first to kind of jump in here and do this, but my colleagues at some point will be joining and bringing their own flavor, their own style. If we have breaking news, I'll jump in here and share that with you while we continue to gather things in the newsroom. And the idea is for you to like and subscribe below so that when we're on and when we're going live, you'll know that we're going live because you'll get a little alert saying, hey, Fox 5 DC is live, and I wonder if it's that bald guy or if it's somebody with hair this time. Well, I will be here. So where we're set up right now, I'm in the newsroom, and there are any number of people here in the newsroom who are constantly working to bring you the product that you see on air. You see your favorite anchors or your reporters, but you need to know that it's a team. No one does it alone. We work collectively to make sure that reporters in the field, anchors at the desk, photogs, everyone has the latest information and equipment to work with. Some of the best things we're working with as far as new technology lately has been the introduction of our Fox 5 drone. It has allowed us to get shots and capture images that were previously not possible, or it had to be done with a helicopter, which was not as agile, wasn't as flexible to use in different situations. So with the introduction of the drone, it has given our reporters, writers, anchors an opportunity to bring you the story in a different way. Different perspectives means that they are writing differently. They're increasing their storytelling. They are finding new ways to bring information that we honestly feel like you need. We talk about how in a newsroom, it's always busy, it's extremely competitive. We are constantly scanning monitors, police scanners, public schools. We're constantly just trying to make sure that we're on top of everything. But so much of what we get, so much of the information that we get comes from viewers just like you, who either tip us off with information, something's happening at the county school board that they're not excited about or they're frustrated with, so they share that with us and they say, hey, we'd like for you to pay a little attention to Mr. Johnson, who seems to, not be focusing on the things we'd like, or this is something that's happening and I'm not sure that it's right. So we dig and we try to work with people to get as much information as we can. If it is indeed something that is indeed a story, two, hopefully visual, because we are a visual medium, then we try to turn that into a story, attributing our sources and using our sources and just making sure that we've got it right. We may not always be first, but that's not really our mission here. Our mission and our commitment is to be accurate so that you can trust us, so that you can know that when you're hearing it from our anchors, when you're hearing it from our reporters, that it's right. So others may be doing other things, but I can tell you that we really work hard to not only engage with you on social, to engage with you through TV, through the different apps and platforms that we have, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, here on YouTube. So whatever that platform, the level of journalism and commitment to accuracy does not change, okay? So if we're beginning with that foundation, it is incumbent upon me to also remind you that this is a work in progress. So I'm still looking to learn as much as I possibly can, and I'm hoping that you will share your feedback with me below as we do this. So as I punch up different things, trying to bring things up, you'll see me working and trying to figure it out. And if I stumble, don't let me fall down here by myself. Come on up here and help me out, all right? So one of the first things I want to do is I want to throw up a rundown so that you can have an idea of what I'm talking about. And I'm only going to do this for a few more minutes or so because I have to get ready for the 5 o'clock show. I was supposed to go live at 4, but I could not figure it out. I had a little technical difficulty, so I had to figure that out. Again, my name is Nick Smith. If you aren't familiar with me, I joined the team in July of 2018. The move to DC has been absolutely fantastic. It's an amazing city, one that I can honestly say I had slept on. You know, you heard about DC, and I'm like, yeah, DC, shmishi. DC is fantastic. This weekend, some of the video I hope to show you later, in the rundown here is video that I took at the Cherry Blossoms. I went to an area called Tidal Basin, and I went to the Jefferson Memorial and took shots and videos from there, and I just want to show you the floods of people who came out to actually see all that. So let's go down this rundown together. A rundown gives you the idea, gives you an idea, a blueprint, a template, if you will, of what it is I plan to talk about so that you can have an idea of where we're going and say, oh, I want to hear a little bit about that, or I want to stick around, or not, but hopefully you won't say not. Remember, like, subscribe below, and you can always find me on Instagram and Twitter. I'm at Nick Smith News. But I encourage you to follow all of the people here, everybody from Allison and Maureen in the mornings, Wisdom, Holly, Tucker, Mike, Aaron, everybody. Follow us in the evenings. Sean, Sarah, Jim. There's just any number of stories that everyone's working on that you can really keep you up to date and abreast of all that's happening. One of my favorite reporters, Evan. Evan is always breaking something and breaking a story. When we say breaking a story, he's always leading coverage and uncovering things. Lindsay Watts, another excellent reporter in the field. So I work with an extremely talented group. Young, a lot younger than me, but they're extremely talented. So Monday, April 1st, 2019, going down this rundown. What's poppin'? What's poppin' is going to be me just kind of talking about the top 5 things that everybody's talking about. These are stories that are trending. Cherry Blossoms, DoorDash guy, Subway kickdown, and St. Louis style sliced bagels. What? What kind of buffoonery is that? Trust me, you don't want to miss that. I'll show you that. What's up, week? What's up, week? What's going on? What kind of week is this going to be? Is it going to be one of those where I'll need a jacket, or is it one of those where I'll just be able to wear a t-shirt and everybody wants to hug your weather meteorologist? You want to hug Sue? You want to hug Gary because they've delivered perfect weather. But if it's not, then you're mad. You're like, where is that Gary? Where is that Gary? Where is that Tucker? Like it or not, flashback. This is when I'll probably try to bring up a clip from one of the previous shows so that you can see what we worked on, and particularly if it was something that generated a lot of comments, then I'll bring that up and we can kind of chat together and discuss, because I'll read a couple of your comments because I'm keeping the phone on the ready. So I've got the phone here where I can kind of see what you're doing as well. Remember I told you how you would know if I'm going live? See that little notification popped up right there for me saying, hey, Fox 5 DC is live right now. So I just happen to know that that's me. So I don't have to click that and look. And then the other thing in there is Like It or Not preview. You can see that I have that up too. Like It or Not preview will be me kind of trying to either pull over producer Jen, whom you've seen when we do Fox 5's Like It or Not. She is my executive producer of the show. And she will usually have an idea of what we're talking about. Oh, excuse me, talking about that day. I have my water for just, I don't usually talk this long at length, so it is a different skill set that I'm leaning on. So give me a second here. Give me that weather. We talked about that. Give me that weather. Oh, see, there's something. I need to catch that. I didn't catch that. It's up there twice. You don't. You already gave me the weather once. I don't need it twice, Nick. What are you trying to do? Be Sue Palka? So I don't need to do the weather again there. So we will go to Washington, D.C. Word on the Curb, where I kind of went to that day and maybe some of the pics and video that I took from that time. And then I want you, once again, to remember to like and subscribe. And you can always find me on Instagram or Twitter at Nick Smith News. Slide up in the DMs. Let me know what you're thinking, all right? So let's get on into this. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to, what am I going to do? I'm going to take me full. I think I'm going to do that. I don't know that I can. So what I'm going to, I think, boom, 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 boom. I'm going to bring me up full while I bring me up full, meaning take up the whole screen, get rid of this rundown because you've seen it now. And I need to figure out how to do that. I know what the mission is. I just don't know how to execute it. That makes sense? All right. So work with me here because program preview, enter 1. Okay. I see where I am. But I need to bring up, that was edit 5, You and I are going to do this together, so fret not. We are in this together, right? Don't leave me. All right, nope, that's Chuck Schumer on the floor. There we are. Hey. All right, so there we are. That's me, but I didn't necessarily, there we go. All right, so what we're going to do now is I'm working in the background here to kind of bring up some of that video that I told you about, how I wanted to bring up the cherry blossom stuff. It's pretty cool. I think you'll like it. Why did I like it? I liked it because just so many people. DC was on fire this weekend. Weather was perfect on Saturday. Tons of people. And I just want you to get an idea of how many people were there. And I just want you to be able to see some of this with me. I want to make sure I've got this right. Give me 1 second. Now we'll get you all in here. But I want to make sure I've got it set up before I drag you through this whole process of, and it's video on the loop, so it'll play again. But just take a look at all these people. I'm gonna come out of here. Just want you to see this. Isn't it something? Oh, isn't it here? Come on, Nick. Nick is. Don't leave me yet. Here I am. And what do I need to do? Oh, here I know what I need to do because you can't see that, right? That's cam 1. I'm gonna bring this here. I want you to see this, and I want you to see this. Look at that. All of those people. I know that's my boomerang shot, but it was all those people and it was just full. And what I loved was how well I felt Metro just worked to keep everybody moving and safe. I had a shot of the actual Metro train station, packed. Oh, it was so crowded. But it was so efficiently run. I am genuinely impressed, and I've gone on record saying this, and I stick by it. I'm genuinely impressed with how well they manage Metro here. It is a smooth running operation. All right, one more thing I want to show you, and then I'm going to keep it moving. This is Cherry Blossom. I was talking about how this is at the Jefferson Memorial. I was over at the Jefferson Memorial, and the reason I mention this is because it's probably, it and Tidal Basin are probably the 2 most popular spots to try to check everything out, right? So let's see here. We're going to, once again, Internet 1. This is it, yeah. So I want you just to take a look at that, and can we, let's see here, can we, oh, there I am. I don't want to do that one, I want to do this one thing, get out of the way a little bit. So this is, I am standing at the steps of the Jefferson Memorial, okay? So I'm at the steps of the Jefferson Memorial, and you're looking out, okay? And across the street, I think it's across the street, excuse me, across the body of water there, you will see the Washington Monument at some point. So I want to just go ahead and show this, roll this for you so you can see it. Look at all the people. See the Washington Memorial there? Yeah, tons of people. But it never felt unsafe. That makes sense? It was like, it was tons of people, but there was no craziness, no buffoonery. It was just awesome. Anyway, I've got to sign out because I am live at 5 o'clock here, but I want to give you all an idea of what it is I'd be doing every day. I'm going to encourage you to join and watch. I will Be sure to send out an alert when I know that I'm going live with something there, because it really is important for us to try to make sure you know that we're always here. We're always on. We're always trying to provide the latest information. You can always get the latest at fox5dc.com. You can catch our newscast at 5, 6, 6:30, 10, and 11. Watch me, Marina Morocco, Guy Lambert, Britt McHenry, Stephanie Hamill, and Bram Weinstein on Fox 5's Like It or Not, Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. or the replay at 2:30 on Fox 5 DC, and the best of episode at 10:30 on Friday nights, right before the Final Five, okay? Hey, thank you so much for joining me on my inaugural run. This has been interesting. I already see a few things that I need to work on, like double checking that rundown to make sure I don't have things on there twice. Remember to like and subscribe below. I will see you here Monday through Friday. We're going to try to do this around 4 o'clock just to give you an idea, and we'll pick it up from there. Thanks a lot, you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Nick Smith in Washington, D.C. signing out. Now watch. I did all that. Won't be able to click out. Watch. So here we go. And we are going to end this stream somewhere. Yes, we are. We're going to end the stream. We're going to... how do we end the stream? Lordy Lord. Let's see here. We're going to end this stream. Bye-bye. Thank you.